In 1972, I met and married a young surveyor called Mike Slade. We went away on honeymoon, and after we got back, within a week, 2 weeks, he announced that he'd given in his notice to his job and he was going by himself. I should have known from then what a roller coaster time is going to be in the 40 years that we've been married.
Hi, gorgeous!
Michael Slade, where do you start?
Loud, characterful, eccentric,
This fella is not normal.
charitable, cheerful, enthusiastic.
Mike, congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award. You're not only the king of London property, but the king of ocean racing in London as well.
Seaworthy, most of the time, a true bon vivant. And of course, property is a richer industry because of his input. That sounds a bit like an obituary.
There is only one quoted chief exec who could, on a trip to the Isle of Wight, persuade 2 shareholders to not only try on bikinis, but to come out into the road and undertake a fashion show.
So, Dido, we've got to think up some anecdotes about Mike.
Gosh, well, we've only been doing his PR for the last 14 years.
And he's so very quiet and unassuming.
One occasion we were going to Twickenham to watch the rugby from the restaurant in Teddington. We all climbed into the car. Unfortunately, there was one space short. So Mike, true to form, climbs into the boot of the car. The boot is closed and off we go.
I suppose it was that time that he wore black nail varnish to the analyst presentation.
Yes, the Alice Cooper moment. Or perhaps the time when he threatened to tie me up in front of a room of analysts and hold me hostage unless FTI Consulting signed the lease on 200 Aldersgate.
No, sorry, we don't have any anecdotes at all.
We were out for lunch and he was telling us that he was going to his granddaughter's birthday party that afternoon, and he was telling us how much she loved Peppa Pig, and then he went, I'm going to dress up as Peppa Pig. So he got one of us to call the office and source a Peppa Pig outfit. His driver Paul went to pick up the outfit about 20 minutes later, and then for the whole afternoon he wandered around the office dressed up as Peppa Pig.
The most memorable thing that I know in the relationship that we've had over the years is the time when you were prepared to give my inaugural address at the installation dinner of me becoming Master of the Chartered Surveyors. The scene was set, Guildhall was there, the great and the good of the city were waiting on your every word. And that immortal opening line, let me tell you about the porn film.
An example that comes to mind for me was when he invited me down to Twickenham for the fantastic game when England beat the Kiwis. Who can forget that, a couple of years ago? And as I was sitting with him in the best seats in the house, in true Slade tradition, he said to me, do you know Johnny Holmes? And I said, no, I've never met Johnny in my life. He said, well, Johnny's doing the joggle. What's the joggle, I said. And he said, this is John O'Groat's Land's End and you're going to do it in May next year. So I said, sure, I'll do it. And sure enough, I ended up cycling the length of the country, principally in aid of Land Aid, where he has been such a beacon. And we raised a shed load of money. And in also true Slade style, he took a lot of the glory, a lot of the fundraising, and he didn't do very much of the cycling.
My story about Mike comes from my first meeting at Land Aid. It involved Mike, 2 senior colleagues from the property industry, having lunch in Scots. And what was brilliant, we talked business, but we also talked about charity and philanthropy, and that sums Mike up. He thinks about the wider community, and he's incredibly generous in how he supports Land Aid and all the projects that we do across the UK.
The thing about Mike is that he is very generous, not just with his money, but with the time and effort he personally puts in to making money something that everybody is involved in raising.
One that sticks in my memory is the amazing rugby match, Wales against Australia in Cardiff. We all fly down by helicopter, yourself, Terry Wogan and a few rugby mates, only to find that in Cardiff the helipad is closed. So where do we land? It's only 15 minutes till kick-off, and you decide to land in a retail park on a busy Saturday lunchtime. Absolute pandemonium as this helicopter lands in this busy retail park. Out pops Michael Slade, Terry Wogan and us hooligans. Terry immediately slips into PR mode, signing autographs, having his photograph taken, giving interviews. The guy at B&Q thinks he's come to open his store. Absolute pandemonium. Meanwhile, it's 10 minutes till kickoff. What do? We commandeer, or rather hijack, a couple of cars to get to the game on time. It was an amazing day, Mike. I don't remember much else of the day, but probably just an average day in the extraordinary life of Michael Slade.
Mike Slade, Lifetime Achievement Award. Nobody deserves it more. For creativity, for energy, for drive. And you're still a young man, for goodness sake. Usually in my business, when you get an award, it's the knacker's yard. But I know you're going to be dancing on all our graves.
Mike, hello. Sarah Montague from Today here. You asked me to do mad things for no money, and I say yes. And I suspect that's what happens with an awful lot of other people, which is why you have been so successful at raising pots of money, and why you deserve this award. Congratulations.
Hi Mike, Boris Johnson, congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award. You must be one of the most persuasive developers in this city, because right behind me you can see one of your structures, which as far as I can tell is completely obscuring the view of St Paul's. I would never get around it. Well done.
But Mike was utterly genuine, always good-hearted. He was a great columnist for Property Week while I was editor there, and I always looked forward to reading his copy. I'm sure he could have succeeded in any field he chose to.
Mike, I wish you and your family all the very best. This is such a well-deserved award. What I really love about you is that you just do life so well, every aspect of it. From business to family to the impact on society, just being immensely good fun, full of passion, energy, and it's always a good experience when we spend time with you.
Mike, you were one of the very first people to back sociable surveyors in 2011. What you probably don't know is your confidence has allowed us to place over 150 students on property internships.
So from all those happy students that have now got jobs in the industry, and from us, the biggest thank you possible. Thank you.
Hi Mike, congratulations. A real character. I can't think of anybody more deserving for this award. A real entrepreneur. A decent man. His word's his bond. Hardest congratulations, Mike. You deserve this award and all the best.
With Martin.
You're a big boy, aren't you?
and tall.
All in proportion?
I'll be 9'6" if I was a big boy.
I'd say with a beard like that, you could dress in a dress and you go in the fucking Eurovision.
Well, I don't honestly know quite what to say. I've done some words and might as well throw that away. I'm Welsh, and you must excuse me, it's a bit of weird, as we call it in Wales. I'm slightly overwhelmed, and thank you enormously, everybody. Having persuaded those guys about us to say such lies I don't understand. Actually, I was a bit concerned because I arrived at reception for this event today, and I went up reception, and a lady behind the reception said, "Ah, Mr. Neil Sinclair." And I thought, fuck me. Actually, I didn't say that to the reception. Oh, fuck me. Is it hair? We're both in silver. But he's not that bloody good looking, is he? And then she handed me a key and said, "Here's your normal room. Please be out by 4:30 as usual." I'm getting old, I need the script. Anyway, there's lots more to be done, and it's not for me to hang around, but I really did want to endorse Ronnie. You started this from Neil. 20 years ago I was given a newcomer award. We were a bit younger in those days than the newcomers today, obviously. But to have this award as well is a bit of a worry. I think Neil fancies me. But I know which room to find him in. Anyway, may I I say thanks to everybody, and thank you to wonderful, wonderful charity. We've heard today how many times I won't labour it, but they are amazing. They raise much more money than any other property fund or any other charity that we run. So please continue to give them their backing. Can I thank my family and my team and my colleagues and personal friends, obviously a lot of support over the years, couldn't be without you. The property world is fun. And if we didn't enjoy it, we wouldn't be here today. We're a great example of that. Fun, and let's continue having fun. I wish you well for the next 2 years. They're going to be good ones. And I must say, I must have done something right along the way to be here tonight. God bless you.